Hi, everybody. Welcome to Cookies and Chat. Happy holidays. I am Marcy.
And I'm Lisa.
So, how is everybody? We have the fire going, we have our Christmas tree, and we
Cookie.
have our cookie. So, our holiday cookie is just a simple lemon sugar cookie. I know we've talked about it before, but very, very good, very simple.
That's yummy.
And it's soft. So, it's simple, good for tea, dunking in coffee. Perhaps with that creamed holiday drink.
Yes, definitely.
Put some sprinkles on it for the kids, or even for your holiday festivities. Maybe put some M&Ms or chocolate chips. So some nuts if you're not allergic. So that is our cookie for today. So we hope that everyone is having a wonderful holiday season. And as we are now into, less than a week till Christmas, I can't believe the year's almost over. Wanted to talk a little bit about setting ourselves up for success personally and professionally for the new year. I don't know how it got to be 2026.
I know. It's here.
It's here.
It's
It's
here.
here. So, what are you doing? What are you doing to set yourself up? Have you been thinking about resolutions? Now, I'm all about, coming up with something that's realistic. So, we all set resolutions, and sometimes we come up with resolutions that we just don't stick with. Like, I'm going to lose weight, and then we fall short after a month or two. So, when we set up resolutions for ourselves, what exactly, number one, does that mean? And what are you setting up for yourself to do for the year? So, Lisa, how about you? You've taken us on a little bit of a journey with your work and looking for jobs and just kind of regrouping everything. So, where are you at now, if we want to catch everybody up of where you're at now, and what resolutions, if any, are you setting for yourself for the coming year?
my major resolution, honestly, get a new job, because my last day of employment will be the end of January.
Okay.
And
Good thing or not?
it's, you know what, it just is. I
Okay.
think it's a good thing overall.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to a new opportunity where I can really feel like I'm contributing and my work is meaningful, and not just something that needs to be done because it's always been that way. Or anyway, so that's my major New Year's resolution. And honestly, I'm not a huge fan of resolutions for the most part. The only resolutions I've typically done have been when you take the tree down, get the house completely clean from head to toe,
Okay.
like shampoo carpets, clean the windows. And that's just starting the new year fresh for me.
Okay.
So that's one thing that I do. Another thing that I do too is finances. What else can I pay off? And establishing my budget for the year. That's another thing that I do too. So those are just some little things that I do. So now it's going to be professionally. I already have my LinkedIn profile updated. Make sure my Indeed profile is really, really well done too. And then I've been tweaking my resume just a little bit.
Okay.
And applying.
Okay.
And, this is a time of year that people are on vacation right now. So I did apply to a bunch of things, but now I'm going to be waiting and looking for new things as they pop up in the new year.
Okay. So, other than getting your house and financial house in order, so to speak, what personal resolutions do you have for yourself? Because we've talked for a few times about self-care and taking better care of ourselves. Always a work in progress, of course, but what are you doing, if anything, specifically that you want to, as a resolution for yourself, to take better care of you?
I still struggle with exercise. It's funny. I used to love to be active and exercise, but as I've gotten older, that sort of disappeared. So one thing that I am doing is I do have an old TV. I'm going to hook it up to a DVD player, and I do have some old yoga yoga videos. So that's what I'm going to do to make it a little bit more pleasant downstairs to exercise, because right now my basement's not finished. It's just a mess right now. So that's one thing that I'm going to be doing, is making it a little bit more palatable to be down there.
Okay, good. So when you set these resolutions for yourself, other than just talking about them, what are you doing to ensure that you really accomplish what you set out to do?
I have some deadlines. So I'm like, and I'm trying to make it very realistic. Like, what can I do in this week that is realistic for me to do with all the other things? I do celebrate Christmas. So all of the family things that are going on, and, so what am I going to do to make sure that can all happen? So for example, I know I'm going to be cleaning the week of the New Year. So that's when I'm going to do that. I have it scheduled in.
Okay.
But this week coming up, I'm going to be getting my basement in order.
Okay.
So if I get the basement done and get that nice and clean and organized, then I'll be ready to do the rest of the house when that happens.
Good.
When the New Year happens.
Good.
So,
Good. Sounds like you have some good resolutions in place and a plan.
Right.
Good.
And I'm not doing I'm going to lose 50 pounds by March.
Yes.
I'm not going to do that to myself.
Good.
That's just, So what about you?
Yeah.
What are some resolutions that you set?
So, good question. So, I also struggle with exercise. Unlike you, I never liked it. So, I just don't. We got to just say what it is. Doesn't mean we shouldn't be doing it, but I don't enjoy it at all. With that said, I need to. As you said, getting older, there are some things that I'm feeling, I'll just say, in my joints and my bones that I know would feel better if I had more activity.
Yes.
I am on my feet all day, as you know, at work, but that's not really activity. We fool ourselves when we go, well, I get plenty of exercise. I walk the building. That's not enough. So where I live in a condominium, and there is a gym right there that I just don't use like I should. So that is my resolution, that I'm going to commit myself to doing that at least 3 times a week. And you and I talked about that when we get together, we'll share in that activity, where whatever you're doing, I'll do. If you're over at my place, we'll go and do that, because it's always good to have a buddy. If you're fortunate enough to have a buddy when you exercise, I highly recommend it. But don't rely on it, because I used to do that, and then when your buddy thinks out, and you kind of go, well, maybe tomorrow. So that is my commitment to myself with the exercise. As far as cleaning house, literally, I was looking at a pile of stuff that I have in my dining room and going, I'm not even sure how that got there. So I want to just put stuff away, and my clothes and shoes, which I like to do a cleaning of the house with that. I find for myself every year, this way you don't accumulate things. If you've lost weight, gained weight, things you haven't worn. They do say if you've not worn something for a year, chances are you're never going to wear it. There's truth to that. So not that I have a lot, but I need to make better utilization of my space.
Right.
So that's definitely a resolution. Well, the plan is to clean it up. The resolution is to keep it that way.
Yes.
That I, maybe just do a little bit of a check every couple of months. Is everything still good and out of order? Not that it has to be perfect, but I'm tired of tripping over stuff or piling stuff on my chair.
I've been creating a little pile of stuff that I'm like, these shoes no longer fit my feet. So I put it like there's a little corner that I put them in. And then as I get like at least enough to fill a bag, I either take it to Goodwill, or I have another charity come and pick it up.
Okay, good idea.
So it's a constant thing though. And I do it in the moment. So I'm like, nope, I don't like this anymore. Immediately put it in the pile.
Great idea. And even there's a lot of websites, Poshmark and places like that, or even consignment shops, if you wanted to make a few bucks, that you can sell the stuff. Or now's the time of year to give stuff away to people who can use it better than we can, better than just sitting in the closet. So that's a goal of mine. The other one too is to really be more consistent in my eating efforts. So I don't do bad, but I could do better, and I could do it more consistently. So As far as how I'm going to do that, maybe I'll be able to discuss that next time. But for now, I just need to be more consistent with like my fruits and vegetables and organizing. I bring, as you know, I make my lunch for the week every Sunday. That helps me at work. So I do bring it. I'm consistent with that. I used to bring yogurts or some mozzarella sticks for a snack, and I stopped doing that. So I want to start doing that again. I do need to increase my fruits and vegetables. Who doesn't? But
Yes, everybody does.
that's hard, isn't it? It's like, oh, man.
And again, I used to really appreciate vegetables.
Mm-hmm.
Fruits, I'm still good with, but the vegetable thing,
Yeah,
it's still a challenge.
I think for me, what the challenge has become, and I don't know if anybody out there listening can relate to this, or if you have suggestions, I am wide open. As I've gotten older, my digestive system has changed, and there's certain vegetables I can't tolerate anymore. Some of my favorite ones, and I can't tolerate them. So as I've stayed away from some of these, I've not replaced them with equally healthy vegetables. So I need to investigate that a little bit more. And the other resolution for myself is just to maintain what I do just for me.
Yes.
My self-care that has nothing to do with anybody. My meditations, just taking care of me. That's important without overdoing, but not to fall into the, I'll call it the lazy trap, but to do that. I'm not big with resolutions, because when you think of resolutions, I don't know, why do we set a resolution? And usually they're short-lived, as opposed to what is your goal? Your goal for self-care, your goal for maybe work, professional or personal. What is a goal? Because with a goal has a plan.
Right.
And if you there's not really a plan with a resolution. So I try and think of it as what goal you're going to set for the year. Write it down.
Yep.
Write it down. Maybe put it on your refrigerator or your calendar or someplace. And maybe even have a little checklist. So like for me, it would be, go to the store today to buy excess vegetables or whatever I need to do, and package them up in baggies for work, something like that. And then just mark it off, because you have a sense of accomplishment when you go, I did that today.
That is a nice little psychological thing.
Yeah, it makes you, and then maybe even reward yourself. I guess for me, rewarding myself with maybe taking a little extra self-care. Maybe I'll go get a facial or do something that brings me joy, or just extra time to read and meditate, something that brings you joy, for sure. So what are you doing? What are you guys doing that are listening to this for your resolutions? And take a look at those resolutions that you set year after year after year that you never accomplish. And why is that? Maybe it's not important, or maybe you just need to put it down as a goal and have a plan. Whatever it is you're doing, we'd love to hear about it. And any suggestions that you have that makes it work for you, please share, because love to hear from you and share each other's ideas.
Yeah, I think in addition to, like you said, writing things down, a checklist is awesome. One of the things I mentioned is scheduling it. And I try not to have resolutions. I mean, I do have some resolutions that are going to be like ongoing. Like I want to get my hair done. Even that's a treat, but getting that done. Getting a massage occasionally, and just say like maybe once a quarter, or 2 times a year, but actually scheduling it out and having an idea of where and when. So yeah, I think those are some good ideas. So hopefully you have taken away some things that you can do for your resolutions this year. So
during the season, we wish you the happiest of holidays. Yes, it's a cookie, but it's a low-fat cookie, actually, a sugar cookie. But we wish you the happiest of seasons. For those who celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas. For our friends that are celebrating Hanukkah, Happy Hanukkah. Kwanzaa's next week. We wish you, whatever it is you celebrate, wherever it is you are, the best and the happiest and healthiest. And we'll see you next time.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.